And actually, you know what I'm going to do next time? I think I'm going to actually do the intro before. I'm going to turn the local recording on before I do the first intro, because otherwise it sounds really weird when I just start talking, and I feel like I haven't done an intro. So anyway, here's what I've done. A couple things. Number one is that I decided over the weekend that I'm just having so much fun with this. I was looking back at it, right? Last week, Filthy Robot was gone, right? So he was out of town, and we didn't do our normal session, and our sessions have been just ridiculous lately. We normally when I schedule a multiplayer collab session, it's for 3 hours, and that's just what we do. We do 3 hours, we do like 7 episodes, we do that once a week, and we're good to go. For some reason, Filthy and I have evolved into like a 4-hour session that's actually more like 7 hours. So we basically have played together for 7 hours every Monday and Wednesday. And so when he left, that left me with like 14 hours of spare time that I had kind of in my mind already sort of scheduled to just be gone. So, long story short, basically I streamed 36 hours of Ryukyu last week. Did you guys realize it was that much? 36
Keep your
hours.
head as shiny as your outlook on your future snuff Arumba.
Oh yeah? Wow. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go to studio mode so that I can edit in the stream intro break thing, the webcam, because it's not a thing that's on there for some reason. Weird. Apparently, when I created a key binding for that, it only works on one place. Interesting. Let's, I don't know, we're learning new things about OBS every day. Hotkeys. All right. There we go. Working. We're good. We're solid. We're golden. Okay. Hello! I'm here. Yay. Fun. I'm back. I actually got it to work now. So you may notice that there's a new backdrop, which is definitely better, I think, in every way. De Bourgeois has been working at that. We also have a break screen. Looks like this. Yay. So we'll use those from now on every time so that you can stop complaining about how my chair is not brown, even though it is brown. You're wrong if you think it's not brown, because it is brown. And then outside of that, I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna get our game capture ready to go. And I think we're ready to dive in. What do you guys think? Should we play some Ryukyu? I think we shall. So I've done a couple things. A couple things have changed. Number one, first and foremost, let's remember to not forget... Oh god, it's gonna make me reload the whole game just because I have to go back to the menu to turn the sound on. Derp. Come on, game. Game! Technical difficulties have been had here. Okay, moderators are there. Good, good, good. We can close down Skype. We can leave that thing open and chatty. Very important. Right, so anyway, as I was mentioning, 36 hours, right? That was a long time. We barely covered a lot of time. I know. We played pretty slowly. Slower than I would have liked. And also, it's not necessary to play that slow, I think, because the vast majority of Conquest is actually going to happen in the last 100 years of gameplay. So we should play a little bit faster in the early game. So a few things have changed. Number one, I added, a couple episodes back, I added in 2 mods. The no terra, like, not no terra incognita. It was a better fog mod. In fact, let me just look the darn thing up so that I stop getting it wrong, because I can't even remember what the darn mods are called. EU4, settings, last mods... These are the mods that I use, so that everyone who asks can know and get an answer of it. That is what I'm using right now. I have a mod that I have called Arumba's Terms. I have my font mod. I have my interface mod, which is lumping together keyboard shortcuts plus the bigger interface stuffs, right? So that I've got like the bigger piece deals, the bigger war overviews, the bigger macro builder, all that junk. So that's my interface mod. And then I added these other 2 ones, Better Fog of War and Graphic Mod. Whatever that is. So that's what I'm using, just so you know. But what I did also do is I turned on some in-game settings that I had not had on before. And I'll show those to you in just a moment. Also, I turned off dynamic province names because I have a tendency to have a very hard time pronouncing things. I turned high-res graphics back on, I turned post-particles back on, and I think I turned city sprawl back on, and now the game is brighter. Looks even, I think, better than it did when I got the better UI mod installed. And on top of that, we also have, what am I thinking of right now? Oh, I can see the little blacksmith dudes, the little guys with the blacksmith hammers. I can see them now. So anyway, before we dive into an actual save, I want to show you guys what has surpassed since we played last, because it was a bit tedious. Alright, so here's my folder for the active project, right? This Ryukyu 3 World Conquest thing stuff. Pita! 7 months, resub! Man, in addition to all of your donating and cheering and stuff, you're a sub? You are crazy. Thank you. Also, I missed a couple of these. We had Aruk's 2-month resub. Keep your head as shiny.
As shiny as your outlook on your future snuff Arumba.
Arumba. And then within the last couple days here, even though I wasn't streaming, we had a lot of subs. We had Jinkar, Valentel, D. Pullman, Lax Slyer, 289 Mustang, Leodicius, the Chris Alt, Coriolis, Harry 36, Nikki 69, The Shot Unheard, and I think that's what we had over the weekend. So even though I wasn't streaming, people are subscribing, which is amazing. So anyway, these are the files that I'm currently working with right now. And okay, every time I'm just probably going to remind people how I'm cheating, right? Because this is the 3 mountains. Of course we're cheating. We're cheating in 2 main ways. Just 2. Only 2, really. Mostly only 2. First and most important way is we're using Shadow Diplomats. That is the biggest exploit that we're currently using. And Shadow Diplomats is something we talk about almost every single time. Basically what you do is you can send Phantom Diplomats or Shadow Diplomats that are non-existent diplomats that still do stuff into the game. So if I want to improve relations with everybody in the game, I can do that. If I want to counter-espionage everyone in the game, I can do that. If I want to integrate someone with a fake diplomat so that I don't actually have to tie my diplomat up for 20 years, I'm doing that. That's the biggest one, okay? The second way that we're cheating is that we are not save scumming like you might consider. I don't consider the term save scumming to really be appropriate. We're creating tactical fallback points, is how I think of it. And the reason I say it that way is that I am not save scumming every single outcome. Like, oh god, I got a stab hit. Whatever, it's fine. We get a stab hit, it's fine, we'll move on. But I am taking tactical saves, like if I declare a war, like, and I don't know how it's going to go, or something, like I'm not really sure exactly how the alliance chain is going to work, or I'm not sure what's going to happen if a vassal is going to get overextended, because I don't want to actually do the math to count up all the development I'm giving them. And we just take a save before that, and if it doesn't work out, we just fall back to it. So we have a lot of backup saves. So here's where we left off. I played a lot over the weekend, actually. And by a lot, I mean like maybe 10, 15 years, I don't know. I organize it into periods. The newer periods have more.
You're an amazing guy, and you have no idea about the amount of positive influence you have on your viewers and your community. D.
Thank you. D. Stadolf and Micahs, thank you for your subscription. So, I think we left off like right at the beginning of the 70s. We had just declared war on... No, I'm not improving relations with everyone in the game. I am improving relations with every one of my subjects, because I think it's tedious as hell to keep track of your subjects, especially colonial nations. So, we were basically like right around here, like 1570, I think. And we had, as a group, you guys voted, and we decided to declare war on Castile after having spent 1,500 ducats to bribe France into joining the war. So, yeah, it was a lot of money, but we did it. And then it was a very tedious war with lots of fallback points, so I ended up not wanting to stream it. I mean, you can see here there's a lot of files. So then, in the 1580s, a few things have happened. And basically where we're at right now is that I am trying to decide if, as of this morning, if I really want to actually be attacking these natives over here anymore. I had declared war on a couple of these Californian natives because I didn't want Bob's electoral votes to be super weak anymore. But it turns out that it's kind of a pain in the ass because they've got a tribal like federation, and like the Shawnee or some dude over here is involved and some dude up here is involved, and they won't peace out, and they're just being pains in the asses, and I don't like that I'm sitting. Basically, I screwed up, right? And I let Bob's electoral votes get full occupied for like the entirety of one of my wars. And so he was sitting at like 15 war exhaustion for so long. And he's still at like 6 war exhaustion right now. And so I'm sitting in this war this morning when I was playing, trying to, like, get him some more lands. But every month that we're at war, he can't get his war exhaustion down. So he's just in this perpetual cycle of not strong enough to expand, but I can't give him any lands. And so it's like, I don't think I want to go that route. I think I'm just going to say, we just won't do anything. We'll just let him stay out of the wars as much as possible and hopefully get him to get back down to a good point. So with all that being said, I think I'm going to fall back to my last idea that I took. And I have, yeah. We're going to go to here. To when I took an idea, 1583, January the 2nd. So once we get, now that we've actually chosen the save that we're going to use, let's get into the game. This is going to be a short stream, guys. By short, I mean 2 hours. I normally stream these days for like between 3 and 7 with this campaign.
Enjoy watching.
But this time around, it's going to be a little bit shorter. I only have 2 hours because I've got to take my daughter to her ballet class. Yay. Alright, so apparently as of this save, we're still at war with Ayutthaya. Damn, I thought I had already ended that. Let's see. That was in January the 2nd. See, I didn't take a special backup save when I had already ended the war. The only other saves I have that are ahead of this right now are February 21, when I decided to war deck California, and then like September. That must have been about the time that I had won. Okay, well I guess we just redo the war with Ayutthaya. Okay, so here are some of the things that have happened since the last episode, and I do apologize that I played quite so much over the weekend. Here's what happened. Again, I decided over the weekend I'm going to put this on YouTube. And I hadn't originally intended it to be that way when I first started making these, when I even first started playing the campaign. I mean, heck, the first streamed version of the Ryukyu series, I started like the year 1500, I think it was. It was like 1499 or something. But again, I've had so much fun and there's been such good support for it. So many people have turned out to watch and donate and subscribe, and there's just lots of really good positive feedback about it. So I really enjoy doing it. I want to keep doing it. And with all that in mind, I figured, well, I think I should put it on YouTube. And so I took the time this morning to take all of the 8 videos that are on Twitch, the videos on demand, create highlights for them, and then exported them to YouTube. And they're going to come out one a day, even though some of them are like 7 hours long and one of them's like 2 hours long, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're still sessions, right? So some sessions will be really long. Here's what happened between the last session and this session, okay? You guys all thought that we should declare war on France. It turned out to be a very, very long and painful war. It ended up costing me, I think, an extra 500 or maybe 1,000 ducats. I had to continuously bribe this bastard because he kept trying to peace out. He was a complete moron. You may recall he was a complete idiot and kept standing his whole freaking army in like Laborde or Bern or something, and just suffering 5% attrition for no reason at all. He wasted all of his manpower, all of his money, all of the money that I gave him, just suffering attrition. And he still likes to do that, by the way, for the record. So he's just standing there dying. Meanwhile, Austria marches in, occupies his capital, the fort of Bourgogne, Maine, and Poitou. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, France is like, oh, shit, I guess I should maybe, I don't know, use my 60 stack to fight the guys who are sieging my capital. And so then, it was a struggle to get this guy to not peace out in time for him to unsiege all the shit that he let get sieged for no reason at all. And it ended up being, I think what it is the problem is I had declared on Castile, like down here. And I think this idiot was trying to use his boats to get down here instead of just fighting his neighbors. So he just completely was just stupid, didn't do anything. So anyway, that's part of the reason why I didn't stream it and didn't record any of it, is that it was very, very tedious to keep this war going and actually get anything out of it. But what I got out of it was pretty damn good. So here's what we got out of it. Number one is we took a ton of land out of Castile. Bob's wax job is well, the border gore is really bad, I'll admit. But it was tactical border gore. And here's why. I didn't want to get the betrayed promises or betrayed promise of territory malice with France. So I had to give him some land. I gave him a province. I think I gave him Lothringen. Because I only wanted to give him as little as possible, I ended up only having a little bit of war score to work with on Castile, so I couldn't just cede the whole colonial region, which would have been ideal. So instead what I did is I just took land that gives me direct adjacency to every other province that Castilian Brazil owns, so that if I declare another colonial war, it'll always cost me 0 dip, even if I don't end up being able to use the Seed Colonial Nation again, which also costs no Diplo points. So that's why it's all border gore-y. If I could do it over again, I probably would have taken this province as well, just because I didn't realize that I actually can't get over there because this bastard hates me and he won't give me military access, and actually he will give me military access. That's hilarious. Okay, so I can get through. But also, I don't have any boats over here, and I can't get any boats over here because we still have Terra Incognita, and I'm not gonna hire an admiral just to explore this TI. That's stupid. I'm not gonna do it. However, I did train some boats, or I was going to. I think I have already queued up some boats over here. So I'm gonna have some boats over here to help out this guy. And eventually the TI will get revealed. What else happened? I peaced out with England. Bob's Coffee exists. Bob's Coffee is Colonial Columbia. His name is Bob's Coffee. He's not very strong yet. Bob's Hemp Farm exists. This was from my war with Portugal. That war was hilarious. I really loved it because I was able to take land that I'd never seen. All of it was in Terra Incognita. And so I'm just like clicking through the peace screen, just like, I'll take this one and this one and this one. And I'm looking at the map. No clue. No clue where it is or what it is, the development, the product, the trade good. If it's a colony, if it's not a colony, no clue whatsoever. And Portugal's just like, well, you can't take that one because you haven't occupied a fort nearby. All right, fine, I won't take that one. How about this one instead? Yeah, you can have that one. But yup, you can't have that one. So there's a fort over here that blocked me. Yeah, no, the Ming, no. The Ming I did fight. I did fight Ming once, but I don't really want to fight Ming yet. There's a reason for that. We'll get to that in just a moment. So basically, because there was no fort over here, I was able to take all this, and take this, and take this, and take this. And so we have Colonial Bob's Hemp Farm. Okay. Bob the Wall Builder is doing pretty spectacular. I really like Bob the Wall Builder. He's had some issues, but we've taken good care of him, so he's happy. So we are already in one, it looks like 2 of these wars. Ulster, Ayutthaya Pegu, and Pima Pueblo. So rather than continue these wars, as I mentioned, I've decided that this is just a bad idea. I'm not going to do this. I'm gonna back out of these wars, like, right now. We'll take Pima, because we're already involved. We're already here, but I'm not going to attack Navajo. He's going to call in Cato and Creek, and it's just a pain in the butt. And Osage. I don't want to do any of that. It takes too long. So we'll finish sieging out Pueblo. I think Pima is a secondary partner, so we can peace him out now. Assuming that he'll agree. I don't think that he will. I think he's still like, oh, I'd be dead, though. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so he is ready. Good. Alright, so we'll send that peace deal. That'll end up going to Bob's Electoral College, which is great. Or Bob's Electoral Votes, rather. This would have been better. Arapaho migrated from Pima to Suma, and he ruined it. The plan was declare on Pueblo, separate peace Pima. Okay? Declare on Navajo, separate peace Arapaho here. And then full peace Navajo and Pueblo, and just give it all to my colonial nations. But then he migrated and ruined everything. So that was annoying. I'm not going to convert anything. We're not going to do Defender of the Faith. I am over my relationship limit. Betsim... I can still not say his name. Betsimi Saraka is stronger now. We finished the conquest of Sakalava. We took a chunk out of Mutapa. He's still in the process of coring most of this interior land. He couldn't core it until he finished this core. So I think he's just now started, or... yeah, he's working on all 4 of these cores. I attacked Kada one time and took his land. I haven't actually done anything with it yet, because there's really no reason for it. I'm going to turn this into a trade company, just because I'm not going to core it yet, not while we're doing an administrative idea group. We're taking advantage of the fact that every time he gets full conquested while he has a single little tiny colony with any number of people, if you take over this province, he instantly gets a free city here. So we're just using him to speed up the colonization of this area. I could have done this way earlier.
TFW, you will never know how many glorious Ryukyuian subsizing ducats were given to Castile by the naive appeasing governor in Bob's wax job, Arumba.
Do you think that that's what he did? Do you think he gave tons and tons of money to Castile? Because if he did, I hate him for that. Now here's where things really got kind of sort of squirrely. I have a special spreadsheet. Let me open it. Well, it's not special, but it's I've been working on it a bit. Here we go. All right, so I've updated this one slightly. You may recall having seen it before. Now I have buttons, right? And so I've been keeping track of my integration of Japan and Uichi. And if we look into the game right now, I think this may actually be out of date because I've rolled back the save. So right now, Japan is at 885 current progress. So 885, and the Uichi are at 761. And we're currently earning 6 and 6 per month. Now, what this is useful for, why did you make a spreadsheet? Jesus, right? Why do you keep making so many goddamn spreadsheets, Arumba? Well, because they're good, okay? Because I can do this. I already have full influence. If I have admin influence policy, I can see right now with Japan, I should also check that to make sure those numbers aren't incorrect now. Japan has 219 and Uichi has 166. Yes, so we're still good. Okay. So I can see that the base cost is 8 Diplo. The effective cost based on whether or not I have full influence, the admin influence policy event, or the lucky event based on having loyal vassals, I can see what the effective cost would be, the current progress, estimated months to completion, how many years or months, etc. And what this is really useful for is I can do this. I can see my current progress is 761. If I were to engage the policy right now, I only need 731. Arumba facts. Well, how did you know? So I can see that I'm already at 761. I'm over invested in Uichi. So that means one of two things. Either I need to intentionally stop the integration of Uichi via pissing him off, getting his liberty desire above 50, or give him some more land before the integration, before I turn the policy on, so that the points I've contributed towards the integration of Uichi don't get wasted. But at this point, I think that I'm so close to finishing, I'm not actually going to give Uichi any more land. But like with Japan, I'm already at 885, and with the policy, I can only go to 963. So anyway, that's what that's all about. And we do actually have to get some actual game time in. So I attacked Korea. I gave Uichi some land. We beat up on Ming. I didn't really do anything to Ming because I can't. Here's why I can't. I can't take any land yet. I'm doing administrative ideas. I need these administrative ideas in order to finish this idea group. So if I take land myself, I can't core. If I take land myself, I just sit on the overextension because I can't core it. So I can't take any land myself. I can't give land to my vassals because I'm trying to finish the integration of Uichi so that I can release another one, which I'm about to show you. It's a troubling thing. Like I need infinite admin and infinite dip right now. So basically, I had to fight Ming in order to give land to Uichi via Korea, and I had to fight Ming in order to kill Mongyang, which I gave some land to his Senwi, but I didn't actually do anything to Ming yet. I'm just kind of leaving him alone. I attacked Ayutthaya the second that the truce timer came up because I didn't want him to join a coalition with Ming or anyone else. So I'm trying to get him onto a separate truce timer, but I'm not actually planning on doing much to this guy either, because if I take the land myself, again, I can't core it, so that's bad. I've got tons of territories that I've not even started to core because I can't do it. I need to finish this idea group now. Okay, last thing then, and then we can actually start playing. The peace deal with England. I took advantage of the fact that England had no forts in Ireland. He had like all 5 of these provinces here, and he had no forts. Which meant that even though I only had like 20 war score in the New World, I was allowed to take Sligo, because there were no forts. So I took Sligo. And amazingly enough, because of adjacency to Desmond, who has amazing freaking ideas, I'll remind you, Desmond was all like, ooh, Ryukyu is a really nice guy. I really wish I could be his subject. And so I improved relations with him, and then I had to wait for Scotland to win a war against England, where he pulled Desmond in. It took for freaking ever. But they finally just won their war, and Desmond's all like, yay, I'll be your subject. That sounds great. And so now Desmond is my subject. He is a vassal. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So we've got this subject. As soon as we're at peace, we're going to give him Sligo. I've just sat on this overextension this whole time because I didn't want to actually core it. I just wanted to My original plan was to release Sligo or Thomond. But then when I realized that Desmond was like, hey, you're pretty awesome, can I be your buddy? That not only does Desmond have better national ideas and more land, but it'd be a whole lot easier. So Mudgy Fudgy, thank you for your subscription. So why do I like Desmond ideas so much? Well, unfortunately, he's a little bit behind on ideas because he doesn't get the advantage of having been released by me and getting the same amount of ideas that I have. But looking at his ideas already, you can see he's got tons of manpower, construction cost reduction, morale of armies plus 10, reduced core creation cost, and then he's already got administrative ideas, so even more reduced admin cost. Diplomatic is defensive, great. Is it Sligo? Yeah, Desmond's ideas are great, and I think the finishers are even better. Let me look them up real quick, because I was really excited. When I was looking at all the Irish miners to see who I could release, I was like, man, Desmond would be awesome. Too bad he still exists. EU4 Desmond ideas. And then I realized he would just become a vassal. He'd just accept. Peacefully, even. It's the first person we haven't had to murder. All right, his final ideas are minus 0.02 monthly war exhaustion, minus 10% admin tech cost, and plus 15% fort defense. I love him. He's awesome. So, then, after their war with England, Scotland decided to ally Ulster. So I was like, no. And I immediately attacked Ulster, and Scotland said, crap, and lost 25 prestige and 1 Diplo rep. And now we're at war with Ulster, even though I don't have any real ability to get there, because England hates me and he won't let me go over there. And Ulster's too smart to actually ask for military access, because that would just give me access to him. So, we're building 3 boats. We're going to go invade him. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to end this war hopefully soon. We're going to end this war over here. And wait, there's more. Here's what else happened. As part of my war with Castile, I also completely don't understand how this is even possible. I was allowed to take Cuneo. I don't know why. I was allowed to take Nice or Cuneo. It was like, sure, you can have those. That's fine. Cuneo is landlocked, so you shouldn't have coring range. But my best guess is that because theoretically there's a contiguous land connection all the way to my capital or something, like from here through the sea tile all the way over there or something. I have no idea. So I took Cuneo and I released Savoy. I then used Savoy's cores, which he still has more of, to attack Genoa and full annex this part of Genoa. Genoa still exists. He's got land here and more over here, but Genoa was only protected by one little one-province minor, Ulm, and Savoy, with my help, I murked up a little bit over here and murdered him. So yeah. The UnPD, Perpetual Muse, Mudgy Fudgy, Arumba Fax, Stadolf. Good. Yes, all of you. Thank you so much. So yeah, we've got a vassal here. But wait, there's more! I also took the Baleares, and I've been sitting on this overextension waiting for Uichi or somebody to cease to exist because I want to release Catalonia. Catalonia has cores on all of this. So we're going to have vassal here, vassal here, vassal here. And they're going to be good. So that's all the stuff that happened. Now we need to win this war and actually play. We've got an hour and 35, 36 minutes, somewhere around there, and then I've got to wrap it up. So, we have a 7% chance of taking this. I have boats here that are protecting trade in Siam. I think that's less important than blockading, so we're going to bring them over. Also, I have transports that were up here that I wanted to bring down. Question was, do I want to bring them down or leave them up here to protect Uichi? Because if Uichi gets problems, I want to be annoyed. Let's check and see. There's no... You know what would be great is if you could filter, instead of just all subjects, if you could filter by specific subjects. So Uichi, that's his flag, I think. Korean separatists are at 60%. They're pissed off in Jeolla, Songju, and Gyeongju. We've got flat terrain, fort, protected by fort, not protected by fort. So we're going to park the army over here. We'll go split. We'll send the majority over that way. And then this 7 stack can hopefully stand there. The boats are going to come down and take over the place of blockading as soon as they get down there. Also, the game is running poorly. 1 second. Now I know how to fix it. I'm so happy about that. Now it's clean and crisp and perfect. Woo! So here's... This is amazing, I gotta say. So, the truce finally expires with Ayutthaya. He knows I hate him. He knows I have, like... I think, what, 4 claims on him worth about 96 development? He knows I'm going to murder his face. The truce comes. What does he do? Keeps his forts off. So I trained up a merc in each province adjacent to all of his forts, and then just sniped his forts. I was able to merc and siege, like merc and get there in time to just siege all of his forts. So dumb. How do you fix the clean and crisp and good interface performance? Well, for me, it's something to do with OBS. OBS seems to screw up the way that the game performs. It gets all like laggy, and the interface doesn't move well, and it's trash. And it's something to do with the way that the game is like getting hooked into with the OpenGL hook. OBS basically messes something up when you are focused on some other window other than the game while hooked into the game. So I have to like go into the game, unhook OBS from the game, go back into the game, go back to OBS directly, hook into the game, go back to the EU4 directly, and then it runs great. As if I was playing in single player, which is exactly, the only way to play. So anyway, how are we doing on the siege? I want to check on all the basics real quick. So Philippines, we're steering in the Philippines. Don't really need to be doing that. We are steering from Mexico, which is necessary. That's a lot of money. We don't want it going towards the Europeans. Hangzhou. We definitely need to steer there. Chengdu. Yeah, I think we do want to steer here. Malacca. We're currently collecting from trade 60.92. Yeah, I think we need to be collecting there. And then the Moluccas. We're getting a nice little boost to trade value because there's a lot coming out of that province. This is the only one that's kind of maybe not necessary. Actually, I think it is necessary because it might go to Panama. I think we will make more overall trade power, more overall trade income if I bring this merchant over. I'm going to bring the guy who is in Chengdu. And we're currently doing no policies. This war with Pima and Pueblo, we just did a peace deal. And Ayutthaya, Mpegu, and Ulster. So, main thing is, get done with the war with Ulster. I'm going to need, annoyingly, 9 troops to siege this. And I can't seem to get Desmond, despite the fact that he's got 8 troops. He won't use my transports, even though there's a darn button that you can press to say, you allow allied fleets to use your transports. He won't use my transports, he won't help me in any way, and we can't get military access through England. I was almost considering just straight up declaring war on England so that I could get through him, but I have a truce timer till January of 2 years from now. Unless he's allied to somebody that I could declare on, I can't see it happening. And getting military access through Kildare doesn't help, doesn't do anything. So there's just no way to get up there, which is really annoying. I could ask for military access through Scotland, but I still have to use boats. And we gotta cross the strait. So if we're gonna do that, I mean, we might as well just train 3 boats or 4 boats or whatever and just cross that way. Nero-y. So yeah, I'm building 3 boats right now. I think we build a 4th one if I'm allowed to. No. Fine. Okay. I think we're ready. Gotta end this war.
The Moluccas is obsolete. You already have 99% power to push the trade, and there's only one way the trade can be pushed.
This is true, Stadolf, you're not wrong, but did you realize that every merchant, see these little flags? Up to the first 5 flags steering in one direction increase the value of the trade. So if you look at the actual trade node itself, you'll see that the outgoing value is 9.33 ducats, and yet here it's shown at 10.31. So by putting a merchant here, yes, it's already all going this way anyway, but we're adding an extra 7.8% to the base trade ducats, and that's where you can get a lot of multiplicative trade monies by steering in long contiguous paths. So yes, he's obsolete there in the sense of which direction is the trade going, but this is one of the biggest output nodes that I have, and I want that money to be multiplied, basically. That's why he's there. I think there may have been one more node somewhere else I wanted to consider. These, unfortunately, are all in the wrong area, so... Okay, I think we gotta just play a little bit, but this is getting to be too long here. So this guy, I think, died the last time I played. You don't actually need to have this many guys here. We have a level 3 fort, so we're gonna go down to just barely enough troops to maintain the siege. We've got a guy with 2 siege pips. A bunch of my generals died, but most of my generals were spawned with siege pips, which is fortunate. I think we can get there before the end of the month. This army is probably going to be fine. Got a siege pip guy there, yes. Alright, let's go. There's our peace deal with that guy. Ottomans have announced France's arrival. That's good. France no longer considers Castile. They've rivaled the Ottomans. Tlemcen, Portugal, Tlemcen, Tunis. And accepted peace. So everything's all different now. What about the money in the Nippon node? I don't have enough trade power here yet. I only have 1% control in Nippon. We could boost 1.94, but why boost 1.94 when you can boost 9? Right? It makes more sense to boost the bigger of the two numbers. I just need this siege to succeed. After 45 minutes, he starts the game. Hey, like I said, I played a lot this weekend. I don't even feel bad about it this time. Yes, sometimes we start a little bit slow, but I played a lot, and it needed to be covered. So, I apologize if you're unhappy. We're going to tell all of our subjects to be aggressive, and then we're going to tell the Senwi to be hopefully supportive. And we're going to tell him he can attach this army. He's marching into this province. I want you to attach to me, sir. And you are currently marching into Mare. I want you to attach to one of these armies. Taungu, you are also supportive. I expect your obedience. Get your butts over here and follow me around. Siege stuff and murder the Ayutthayans. Be glorious. See, this is exactly what happened to this poor guy last time. He got occupied by, like, some little Native American or something, and he just got wrecked. Like, 15 war exhaustion. I didn't even notice. You gonna come attach to me? Which army have you decided to attach to? We currently have a couple free diplomats. We're spying on somebody. He's decided to go merge up with that army. Okay, fair enough. In that case, you stay here, siege that down. Are you serious? Did we just get a disease outbreak? God damn it. Ugh. I have freaking I had +5 cannons. I could have had 6 out of 14 chance of getting a wall breach, and instead I get a disease outbreak. Sometimes this game, man, it's just unacceptable.
Good luck.
I'm gonna get so many disease outbreaks, I just know it. Alright, so 43% on that. Let's leave this one open and see if it falls. Nice, it actually fell, so we can be done with the Pueblo already. Now this guy, the only way I can actually get this land is if I do attack the Navajo. So I'm not going to. We're just going to say no. It's not the time. It's just not the time to fight these natives. It's not even going to really help that guy. It's not worth it. So we're going to take all of his money, take war reps, and just call it good. He's not going to get any stronger, even if they do the thing where they, like, learn all of your secrets, right? Like Portugal has done to these guys. These guys are going to become functioning democracies or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're still easy to kill. I'm not worried about it. That's some Victoria 2 music. That's nice. Alright. Once this siege is complete, we're going to take the army of Taungu and go smash him into something. This army is going to go relieve a defensive siege right now. We do have to be careful, though. Schwenegengel... Jesus. Schwenegelengel. Thank you for your subscription. We have to be careful that we don't arrive before him by 1 day and get overrun. And that seems to happen sometimes. It's like there's a... Damn it, we lost the defensive fort. That's horrible. Well, I guess we just stand here then. That's a really unfortunate turn of events. Any squirrels anywhere? Does anyone see any squirrels? We may move there and have our vassal fight. I mean, it wouldn't be a very good fight for him, but it wouldn't be that bad either. God. So a disease outbreak. They ended up taking back Angkor, like, really fast. And yes, that's fine. And we are exiled. And marching down to here. Now, annoyingly, it lets you build ships even though there's fog of war. These ships are trapped. They can't leave. They're stuck in port. One of these days I'm going to have to hire an explorer. Alright, so the integration of Uichi is actually completely stalled so long as I have... If I don't have enough points, basically. My monthly increase is -4. So Japan has a tag that starts with J. O is later in the alphabet than J, so Uichi gets nothing unless there's enough points so that what I gain plus what I have equals 12.
Arumba, thanks you for teaching me EU4. Your series stopped me from quitting thinking the game was too complex for me. Also, is there an episode in the Imperial Ideals that you changed to Westphalia? And do you make Filthy an elector?
No. I'm not going to change to Westphalia. I already moved my capital at one point, and I don't want to move my capital again. Why on earth did the scene just change? I didn't tell the scene to change. Weird. Is there like a keyword shortcut that I'm unfamiliar with that like changes your scenes? It's just very strange. I went to Excel. Alright. Well, if this siege succeeds, then we can probably knock Pima out right away. The light fleet is still the ones that are blockading. I'd like to get them back to protecting trade. Stay attached. Okay. Alright, he's moving into the jungle fort down there. I think we can probably finish this siege, and then maybe, possibly... My vassals are actually allowed to cheat, and they can move through zones of control that I can't, which is so silly. I witnessed it earlier. Like, my vassals just marched straight through this area, even though there was a fort here. Like, I can't do that, but they can. Because they're AI, and AI gets to cheat. It's just how it works. We got exactly one more idea to finish administrative ideas. Need to get on Angor. Just keep this army here. He should stay attached, keep marching through. And I think these transports are about to complete. We're gonna need 9 troops altogether. And I've got just 2, I was hoping maybe somehow I'd get military access through England, but so long as he's hostile and my diplomatic reputation, I mean, I could try improving with him. What the hell, let's do it. You never know, he might actually give me what I want. Alright, now that the transports have arrived, let's get these guys back to protecting trade in... I think they were working Siam before. I think, overall, boosting this trade value is more valuable than the, like, half ducat extra I was earning here. The question is, would it be better to just send it to the Philippines and have it boosted here and then here? Because we're increasing the outgoing value by 7.8 and then by another 7.8. So that's multiplicative, like 1.8 times 1.10. Of course, going here is another one where we're getting another multiplicative boost. Yeah, we're going to keep steering there. That's fine. Something I didn't really cover, but I just want to mention, is that this is a weird campaign where I am actually spending more money than my vassals pay me. They are earning me 22 ducats a month in income, and I'm giving them 50. Every subject, I am subsidizing. Bob the Wall Builder gets 14 ducats because he built walls, and everyone else gets between 3 and 5 ducats a month. All of them. Also, most of the vassals I don't intend to integrate are marches. Hisenwi, Tongu, and Betsimaraka. This guy are all... They're all marches, because I'm eventually, toward the end of the campaign, going to have full diplomatic ideas, and we'll be able to revoke march status for free, and I don't want their money anyway, and I just want them to have better fort defense, larger force limits, all that kind of stuff. So, that is what's going on there. Koch has done something. We need to get to peace, because I want to do stuff and things. And he's looking to actually come fight my vassal, so can we get out of there in time? 25th, 24th, 26th. No, it looks like he's actually going to engage my vassal. He is providing us with a 224 leader. This is the army of Hisenwi. He's on Tech 14 versus Ayutthaya's Tech 14. Meanwhile, we should have already won the damn siege of his capital, but no. What? Look at this ridiculous path I have to take. Where my vassal could just march down there. You know what? I'm just going to tell him to not be supportive and see if he'll go help that fight. You are to be aggressive. Now, you're to be supportive, but don't attach to any of these armies, and maybe I can get him to go down there. Yes, go that way. Watch this. Look at the damn route I have to take to get to this fight. I can't even get there. It's physically impossible. But watch my vassal just be like, herp derp, I'm going to go down there and help out that battle. Because I'm an AI. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Watch. Look at him. We have won the siege of this guy. Good. I don't think he'll accept a peace deal yet. One of our vassals has a claim on this. It was Tangu. Negotiate with Ayutthaya for that. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. I declared the war over the claim on Sukhothai. I think we do just take the separate piece. It's only 10 dip, and I don't really care about the dip that much. How are we rolling? Pretty well. Sao just rolled a 9. Now he's rolled a 4 versus a 12. That's not so good. On the 31st, he's there. Are you actually going to obey the rules of subjects? Or are you going to cheat? I think he's going to cheat. Soon. Soon. We're going to lose this fight. It's fine. I don't really care. My vassal, he has... As far as I'm concerned, my vassals exist to provide me with leaders and manpower. And I will just give them money and they can hire mercs. Alright, that is 89 war score. I really don't even want to fight this guy any longer. I don't really care to try to murder his navy. There's a heavy in there, and these transports, while they would probably win, they're not going to kill anything, and I'm not going to take the time to track them down. So, things that cost me 0 dip, please. Are you willing to surrender yourself yet? No, not quite. Result in full annexation. War exhaustion. It's not high enough. Length of war is not high enough for me to actually be able to separate piece him. What if we did that, and... Oh yeah, the ongoing battle. Fine. There's now no longer an ongoing battle. We've lost. Congratulations, you're a winner. Okay, so basically, all I want to take then is things I can take and give to my vassals. Because I'm not going to do this. I do want this land. It's very good land. It's just that I can't core it right now, and I don't want to sit on the overextension until I can core it. Because I can't core it until... let's see, like if I took Ayutthaya, this thing would cost me 196 to core, and I have to get 360 to finish this idea. I only have 40, so it would take me like forever to be able to core that land. I'm not going to sit on that overextension all the time. So we don't take Ayutthaya. We do take Sukhothai. We pay for that. We take all your money, and we take like war reps. And Pegu won't exist anymore. He doesn't have any other friends. This gives me a fairly longish truce. Aggressive expansion doesn't matter. My claims will still be around for the next war. Next war, I'll have the points for it. But right now, we just need to get him done. So let's just be done with this war as well. Congratulations, sir. You're still not cool. This was just a merc that I don't really want anymore. And all these guys can head to here, and you can head to here. And then finally, we just have this one war with Ulster that we gotta take care of. And the sooner we take care of it, the better. And also, I've got to take care of my subject, who is suffering a little bit. The Caribus separatists are causing some issues for him. Independence for Caribus. Got 7 transports here. This army is going to march over and up across the Yucatan Channel. In fact, might be able to speed it up a little bit if we just go pick them up. No, there's not going to be a coalition. We're Ryukyu. No one cares about the things that we do. Even Ming can't join the coalition. The only person that could join would be Ayutthaya, and he's got a truce. That guy doesn't exist anymore. Langzhang has a truce with me. Kimmer has a truce with me. No one can join a coalition against us. My coalition map mode looks perfect. No one cares. Ryukyu is very sneaky. I think you realize just how sneaky we are. He's trying to fight his rebels. I'm doing 3 colonies right now. We're still making 8 ducats a month. We're at 130 out of 137 force limit. More transports should be done. 76% on that one. Now I've got to merc up all the way to 9 troops. I only have 2 regular mercs right now. I do have some manpower. It's a level 2 fort. I think just 1 cannon up here would be nice. A real cannon. And beyond that, I'm going to merc up the rest. So I have 2 plus 3. Or 2 plus 1 is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That could be the 9 troops that I need to actually siege down Ulster. I'll have to spend a little bit of time recovering. Thank you for making me suffer attrition, Vassal. How dare you. Get away from me. Everyone needs to be aggressive. So, really, my game plan right now is just don't really expand much yet. I want to take advantage of Savoy. I wouldn't mind attacking France or Castile. I do have the ability to get an alliance with the Ottomans if I'm not in an offensive war. And the Ottomans do hate France and Castile, both of which I would like to use him against, possibly. The problem is that the Ottomans doesn't desire any land that the French or the Castilians own. But I did find this. They want Ancona. So I think if he wasn't in debt, and I did test this, he's like 3,000 ducats in debt. If the Ottomans weren't in debt, I could call them to arms against the Papal State in a promise of territory right after allying them. Papal State is allied to Austria, Naples, Milan, Brittany, and that's all fine. That doesn't really matter too much. But Naples is allied to France, so if I declare war on Papal State, co-belligerent Naples, I can get the Ottomans to fight France for me. And I can use that to return the Savoyard cores that France owns 29 development Savoyard corps. Also, I think it's important that we let our vassal here know that I expect him to claim all of the things. I want all of this land. This land belongs to me, just so you know. I expect you to claim everything that you can touch. Same thing for you, Desmond. I expect you to fabricate claims on all these things. Everything you can reach. You can reach everything on this. It's all mine, and therefore yours in the future. Mimu7354, thank you for your subscription. We already have 2 European vassals, soon to be 3. As soon as Uichi's gone, which I'm still trying to block the ticks. That's why I've got extra relationship slots and why I'm not paying for an expensive advisor. I could pay for diplomatic reputation +1 to increase the speed that we integrate. Hold on, that would actually be really good. Because that would make me spend 7 points a month on Japan instead of any points a month on... I would spend fewer points on Uichi. More points on Japan. Yeah. I care less about that. I'm gonna go ahead and hire this guy. And I'm gonna take a save after that as well. And this is really weird because now the place that I normally keep these files is in a different spot completely. So that is my switched to 015, 83, 05, 08, switched to dip rep advisor. I'm gonna delete the other ones because I'm gonna stick with what we're doing, I think. Okay, so yeah, we have a few options as far as expansion goes. Like, I could attack Ajuran. I need to get to pure peace, though, so that I can actually turn Desmond and Savoy into marches. I also want to confirm that I've got my... There's 3 things I do with every subject right now. I subsidize them 3 to 5 ducats a month, I great power influence them, and I improve relations with them. I think I've done that already with all of them. Improving with Savoy. Already have subsidies. Already influencing. Yeah, so there's not much for me to do. I'd like to release the Cantabria. That'd be great. Okay, I think we're ready to go invade this guy. We'll start with just 2 troops. Actually, let's wait for the 3rd. Might as well. Take a little bit less damage when we land, which means that we can hopefully suffer less. We won't have to wait as long to get up to the requisite number of troops to do the siege. And if we get any disease outbreaks, I'm gonna be so mad. Also, I'm gonna want more transports over here. I already know I'm gonna. So, let's queue up more. Sorry, Desmond, you don't get to use your land. Your land belongs to me. I am your overlord. So even if I click this button, allow allies to board, theoretically, he should be able to just, like, use my boats to cross over into Ulster. Nope. Holy crap. I can actually get military access from England. That makes everything so much easier. I am very surprised by that. Let's cancel that extra transport then, for now. That's great. It'll cost me a couple Diplo points, which is actually fine, because right now we're at -6, which means that we're annexing Japan at 7. I only generate 8 per month, so I'm generating 1 excess, which means that every time I get up to 7, then I get a tick on Uichi. You'll notice if we go back to that spreadsheet, I was at 761 before, and we are now at 767. So we've only had 1 tick, even though it's been multiple months. England, I stole all of your territories. Why are you willing to give me military access? That's just silly. But thank you. I do appreciate it. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm just going to stay at 8 out of whatever relations to guarantee that I don't sink any more points into Uichi. And if we can end this war, I'll release another vassal. Any points sunk into Uichi right now are just a waste. I might as well be doing anything else, because they're not going to be used for anything. The lack of level 3 advisors is worrying. We had plenty of them before. I recently had to do a bit of a purge on all the Demi land to get them loyal for this upcoming tech, which is right now, in fact. And I can give them more land to make them even more loyal. So hey dude, I've got military access. How about you go over there and do it, then? Because that means you have access too. Maybe we could get Desmond to do it. Desmond, I expect you to be supportive now. Desmond. Supportive. I like when it sorts by subject type. I don't know why it always forgets the setting that I have it on. Get over here. Attached to something, you little bastard. Come here. Come on. Over here, Desmond. You're on full maintenance. Get over here. Come here. Come here. Come here, big boy. Hey, buddy. Come on over here, man. Desmond. Supportive. What, you don't want me to... Fine. I'll make you even less liberty. Just attach to me, you little dingus. What in the hell's wrong with you? You don't understand why not level 3 advisors. Because right now, I don't want the Diplo points, because those get sunk into Uichi. And there were no other options that made any sense. This guy does make sense. As far as the level 3 tax guys, yes, I can afford it. Yes, it does give you a slight chance at better, like, events that can happen. But I would rather spend the money subsidizing my vassals so that they have big armies, so that I can intimidate people out of wars easily, and so that they build stuff and things. It's working well, I think. I don't understand why he's not coming over here. He's being an idiot. Making me mad. Fine, attach to the cannon, man. Just attach to something. Alright, we're going to attach.
Finally catch a stream.
Thank you for coming. We're just gonna take 7 infantry. We won't take the cannons because I don't want to get... Actually, we'll take the mercs plus... Yeah, just the mercs. We get there before the end of the month. I'm sure we can, right? August 30th if we go there. Looks like there's not going to be enough time to get all the way there. We'll go to here for now. The rest of the army can march. Well, maybe after I kill his army, he'll show up and come actually suffer the attrition for me on the siege. Even though these are mercs, I'd prefer to not waste any troops. But he's not being a very good vassal right now, I'll tell you that much. I do like to hoard my ducats. I'm a big fan of level 1 advisors. Level 1 advisors are the most bang for your buck. You get 1 monarch point per ducat. With a level 2 advisor, the ratio is 2 monarch points per 4 ducats, or also known as 1 monarch point per 2 ducats. And level 3 advisor base is 1 monarch point per 4 ducats. So the best revenue, like the best ratio, is with the cheaper advisor. So unless you really, really need the monarch points, or you really, really need that advisor for something special, I'd rather save my monarch points elsewhere and save the money so that I can do other things. Okay, so we're going to immediately get a recovery tick. Let's time it. No, now you move, you idiot. God. Alright. Well, apparently that one troop was too intimidating for him. Just lost my claim on the Maldives, that's fine. I don't think that really matters. We're just going to take Shitatsu with probably just the cannon, honestly. The units popping out. Little blacksmith man? No. Alright, you get up there, you camp it. No. Come on, get up there. Why are you such a bastard, dude? You are really making me mad. I've told him to siege it. I've tried making him supportive. I've tried making him aggressive. He's just... Here, siege, focus, do something. Get your ass up here. He's actually going to come over here. Can you believe it? I don't want to suffer the attrition. I don't want to pay for the reinforcements. You pay for it. That's why I give you money. Admin points or Diplo points? Well, obviously we take the admin points because we're trying to finish this idea group. You're not allowed to attach this one. Only attach that one. Get over there. Stay there. Sit. Sit, boy. Sit. Good. Good boy. That means that... Since I only have 1 unit suffering any attrition, we have exactly the right number of troops here. Why don't we just grab one of these mercs? We can actually go down to no maintenance for a moment. Well, that's not true. We can't, because we gotta fight these rebels over here. Starting next month. Why doesn't he want to take out lots of loans? Because loans cost a lot of money. Why would we want to take out loans? That doesn't seem smart. Loans are bad. Loans, if you take out 1,000 ducats in loans, you got to pay back bare minimum 1,200 ducats in debt. Even if you pay it off early. So that means that you are immediately giving up a pretty sizable portion of your treasury. Be better off not doing that. Unless, of course, you have ideas that reduce loans. Interest rate, that's the ratio. 5-year loan at 4% base interest is 20%. The Korean separatists, yeah, I can't really afford to go down to no maintenance. Not if I'm trying to put down rebellions for them. The Florinomics, yeah, I understand what you're saying. If you can get down to 0.25% interest rate, of course it makes sense. But if you can't do that, then... a little bit low on power projection, that kind of annoys me. Got a colony that's about to finish, that's fine. Probably should use my diplomats to either get a claim back on the Maldives so we can get negative piety. I don't think that the next tech... I'm at like 100 piety. I've been attacking way too many people. We're at 50 right now. I don't think there's any way I can get to negative piety for the next level of tech. Betsimisaraka is fabricating claims. I can't fabricate on anything he doesn't already have a claim on. I just want to send a diplomat out. It would be nice to get a claim for him on Kilwa. But I can't, because that's a sea tile right there. I can't get any more claims. I could fabricate on Oyo. I could try to get some claims on these guys. I was considering attacking the Inca. But the Inca, they have land that was never colonized, so it still costs overextension, and I can't afford that yet, so I had to wait. I can't attack French La Plata, because I don't have adjacency to them, so I think we should send a colonist over here. I'm gonna recall that colonist and get him on his way out to adjacent to the French.
Hey, finally figured out how to send a message with the sub.
Oh yeah, YN Census, thank you. Thank you for your resub. Alright, supplies shortage. Like the worst possible one we could get. Nice. Yeah, I suppose the Maldives makes sense. I haven't attacked Bengal yet because I just haven't. That'd be a great source of negative piety. But there's just not that many Muslims over here. Ajaran's one. Maldives is another. Bengal. I can't get to war with like Baluchistan. There's no colonies or anything that I can jump off of. I think Portugal did get Goa. Portugal is getting really weak. He's at 219% war score, and England too. England lost a brutal war against Scotland, Desmond, and Brittany. He is worth how much war score right now? 277. And Castile is currently fighting in a war against Aragon and Russia for the independence of Aragon. So, and he's losing. Like, Aragon's gone. Which is good. That means that this whole region can fight each other more. And it also means that I can take land from Aragon, separate from my war with Castile. Instead of having to take from Castile to get this land for Cantabria, I can take it from Aragon, and then I can turn right around and attack Castile for something else. The rival of our rival is Castile, so we should make them like us. Yes, I'm trying to do that kind of, but not really hard. I'm at like 90 opinion. I'm holding off until we get the next administrative idea group, and then I'm going to finish that mission. So, I'm still not going to be able to claim any of this stuff. I suppose we could fabricate on, like, Ming? Just so that I have spy network strength with the next war? We'll keep one diplomat free for the next war. Also, I guess I got kicked out of Brittany? Is that something that happens? I must have. Damn. Am I moving at a good pace? As far as how fast I play while we're recording and while we're streaming, no, not very fast. As far as how we're doing in the actual campaign, are we on track to succeed? Yes. I think yes. 100% chance. I have done a world conquest before. So I'm not, like, just guessing here. I know what it takes. I've done it before. And, if you are rank 1 great power in the year 1583, you're on track. That's all you need to be, is just be strong. Be strong early in the game, and yeah, you're totally on track. We're doing a good job of shutting down colonizers. We're getting into Europe. We're in a position now where I can attack Africa, I can attack East Asia, South Asia, and soon I can attack the Isles, Iberia, and the HRE. We're spreading our aggressive expansion all over the planet, and that is one of the best ways to minimize the annoyance of coalitions, is to just have lots of people you can attack. It works great. Also, there's a few more nations here. I want to get... Bob's Hemp Farm needs 2 more provinces, apparently. No, that's not true. He needs 1 more province to give me a merchant. I need 5 more in Bob's Coffee. And I need 3 more in Bob's Electoral College, which is why I'm colonizing for him right here. I'm trying to get merchants. Every merchant you get from a colonial nation, they're probably going to get it from Portugal, honestly. Just take these 3 provinces from Portugal once they're done. That would be good. My truce with you expires in November of 84. So some really interesting stuff's going to be happening in the next year. Meanwhile, Scotland's got peasants. The Dutch separatists are trying to break free from lots of places. The Dutch separatists are starting to kick Castile's ass while he fights Russia. And also, yes, Norwegian peasants. There's rebels everywhere, man. We will need a diplomat free for the peace deal. So let's take our annual tick with Ming. And then we're going to stop that. This colony is done. I am not going to core it because I don't have I can't afford any admin points yet. I think I'm going to go up to speed 3. I slowed down for a second, but speed 3 kind of forces me to get a little bit more time spent. And as far as colonies go, I want to keep going 3 at a time. We've got 2 active right now. This one takes a year to get there. Umaye is going to take a little while, and then Yamdena, I really probably shouldn't have colonized in the first place. Colonizing here doesn't really matter anymore. I should be trying to get merchants in colonial nations. Bobzananda, down under. How do you say? Australian? I don't know. He's happy with us. He's giving us a merchant. And this is why it's so important. Look, if you look at the trade power multipliers we have in our capital node, not only do we get bonus transferred trade power from our merchants, but also, look, 5% extra trade power from Bob's Down Under, Bob's Wall Builder, and Bob's Wax Shop. Coincidentally, the exact same 3 colonial nations that are also giving us a merchant. So each merchant they give us is 15% more trade power in our capital node. It's so good, so good. We want these merchants. All right, my troops are here. I'm gonna just move over here with a. You know what? Actually, I think I would like to sub the better leader in up here. I'm gonna risk him being an idiot and leaving. Please don't leave my siege. Stay there. Shitatsu's gonna come off for just a moment, which is bad because there was an actual chance we could have taken that. You know, we're only 4 days away. I'm gonna stay here, Desmond. Don't you mess this up, man. Just stay right there. 1 second. We'll be right back, okay? I'm just gonna bring another guy, just a guy. It's fine. Now that my better leader's available, just stay there. Sit. Stay. Desmond, stay. I'm gonna bring my 3-3 over here. And we're going to attach to Bob's hemp farm so that he knows that he can use my army to fight that 10 stack. If I attach to him, he will use it to engage his rebels. If I try to engage his rebels, he would also come to fight me, but it's better if I just attach to him, because then he knows that there's a 15 stack and he won't, like, show up 15 days late, kind of thing. Alright, so we still got a 2 siege ship guy. We still failed the siege, naturally. We've lost colonialism against Castile. Castilian Brazil went bankrupt in my war. I wrecked him. My guess is that Castile canceled his colonies because he's dying right now with the rebellion. He can't afford to maintain them. That's why we just lost colonialism. Yep, that would be Castilla la Vieja occupied by Aragon, which is probably because it's being sieged by either... Holy crap, Aragon has a lot of troops. Either Aragon or 1%. Come on. Damn it. Game, why do you hate me so much? Just end the war. Scotland really overexerted themselves with their war with England. They waited forever. They had provinces in the New World occupied. They waited till they sieged down the capital. Instead of just taking like 4 provinces up here with a war that would have cost them 10% as much, they pushed it to the limit, and now they are breaking because of it. This army I had moved because I was putting down unrest. Bet Simis Saraka is having some issues here due to low legitimacy, ignoring his ancestors, and circulation of hostile publications. Also, he's got like a -9 here, separatism still. Looks like most subjects are doing relatively okay, though. Jaola for the Uichi is looking fine, so we can actually pull some troops off of here. Actually, no, we can't. They need to be there, because that's the reason why it's at 0, because we're there. What's with the Hoi 4 music? I decided to start using Paradox intro music because I was going to put this stuff on YouTube. And because of that as well, I didn't want to just listen to the same music all the time, so we just have all Paradox music mixed together, and I just leave it playing in the background. So it's a little bit more stuff. Yeah, of course we wouldn't succeed. Why would we succeed? We've only been here forever. Holland is broken free from Castile. So not only is Castile going to lose their subject Aragon, who doesn't even control Naples, but he's also going to lose all of the land that he got to the Netherlands. The land that he inherited due to the Burgundian inheritance, which was super lucky. He's just going to lose it all. Wow. An event for so little. Okay, so this was a claim of Desmond, so we're going to give it to Desmond. No dip. Money. It's fine. Send. And we're going to unappoint the leader. Say friendlies don't attach. We're going to not march through England. Now that we have the ability to do stuff, we need a diplomat. I need a diplomat. Where am I black flagged? Why am I still black flagged here? Get out of there. I told all the armies to go there. Some weird stuff has been happening with black flags. Still at 767, which is good. It's still a little bit higher than I had wanted it, but it's almost perfect. And in just a moment, we're going to be able to turn on that policy and instant integrate Uichi. Which is going to time up perfectly with my releasing of this guy. So, I need a diplomat. I care more about the diplomat than I care about Maldives. Royal marriage from Japan. Nah. I'll keep the legitimacy, thank you. Dimi are still loyal. I need them to be even more loyal. The level 3 Master of Mint. Administrative points versus a... Yes, I think we want that now. Something just dropped off, right? Hominis Novi expires in 95 and 97, so we got a long time until anything else drops off. Were they one of the ones that had the disaster? They are. I should wait 35 months, let that thing tick down before I risk taking them any higher. But I would like that. I also like to take some money from them. The Inquisitor I basically have never hired in this campaign because we're Sunni and we're using the Dhimmi. Normally, the Inquisitor is just influence for the clergy, but when you have the Dhimmi, it's influence for the clergy and it affects the loyalty of the Dhimmi. The Dhimmi get pissed when you hire an Inquisitor because they think that you're trying to convert them, and we don't want to do that. So, we have a diplomat free. Here's a couple things I want to do. Number one is that Desmond and Savoy... Well, Savoy's already in March. Okay, so Desmond, you are now in March. That's pretty much all I want to do, but I am... Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to release... We're going to release our new vassal and replace the relationship slot we're currently using with the military access through England with that new vassal. So, Catalonia... Let's take a fallback point, because this is where, like, this is a divergence in the history, you know, divergence in the timeline. Let's see here, 15, 84, 07, 09. Release. Catalonia. So yeah, we're going to be over the relationship limit, still. I mean, I'm like, what? 5? I'm at 8 out of 7? 8 out of 5 right now? Where the hell is the damn thing? 8 out of 5 right now? We're going to stay at 8 out of 5. It's fine. Right. I'm going to do a bunch of different things all at once here with the Phantom Diplomat. We can first things first release our subject. We can just do that right away. So straight up release him. That's good. That's fine. We have a new subject. Yay! He's a subject. You are also going to be a march, so that's why I wanted him released. Next, we're going to make Desmond a march. We're going to cancel military access through England. We're going to make Catalonia a march. And then we're going to make it so that the diplomat only takes like 5 days to do all of that by going over here and spying on Kada. See. Stop spying. Done. Diplomat comes home in just 2 days. Meanwhile, we go and we look at Desmond. And, Desmond is a march. Catalonia is a march. 1 day from today, we're going to get a reply from... Well, actually, it's already done. No, we already don't have military access with England. So done. So we're still at, even though I just released a new vassal, 8 out of 5, which is exactly where we want to be to block the annexation of Uichi. And we now have Catalonia, who has cores on Aragon. The only thing I really need is for Russia to decide that they don't want to defend against Aragon. Which may end up happening. He may keep his alliance. He probably will, if I had to guess, but... In fact, the Pope Man. We can still even go higher and be at 9 out of 5 relations, and get the alliance with the Ottomans now. Or... we could fabricate on, like, say, Scotland. Or Kildare. Let's make sure you know... Why do you not consider that to be vital interest? I've told you I want you to take that province. Also, I need to get rid of some land. I still have to get rid of this province. So we're going to go to Desmond's. You are now aggressive, and you are going to take the province of Sligo for me. so that I lose the overextension. And now that you're nice and loyal again, I want you to embargo my rivals as well. Same thing with Catalonia. Catalonia, I want you to be supportive. Or, sorry, aggressive. Why do you change vassals to marches? Because of the strategy that I mentioned I'm using. I'm actually giving them more money than they're giving me. It doesn't make any sense to me to have them pay me so that I can give them money. I don't want to do that. Also, marches get stuff that I really like, and by the end of the campaign, I'm going to have diplomatic ideas completed, which means I'll be able to revoke march status without any penalties. So, I don't plan on integrating these guys for quite a while. They're going to keep on growing and expanding, and they're going to... I've chosen tags, I've chosen subjects that have good ideas or lots of cores. So, like, Kaungu and Hasenwi have great ideas. Desmond has great ideas. Catalonia has lots of cores. Savoy had lots of high Italian core provinces. But like, what we get by him being a march, I don't even remember what the effects are off the top of my head, but I know it's good. I think you can see it under here. Yeah. So they get 25% more manpower, 20% more manpower recovery, 30% more force limit, 20% reduced fort maintenance, so they can keep on their forts cheaper than I could, and their forts are better. 20% increased defensiveness means that what I can do, and I have been doing, to great effect. My war with Ming was stupid easy because I was transferring land to Betsim Misaraka, who at the time had a military advisor, and if you look at his land, look at this little bastard. He's awesome. Well, that's a bad example because it's a hill, but his base defensiveness as a march with Ramanano and Simo and defensive mentality ideas, his defensive ideas, his base defensiveness is 60%. That's a lot. 10% defensiveness equates into 3 extra days to take a siege. So that means that every province I give to one of my marches is going to take the enemy, in this case, 6 times 3, 18 days longer to unsiege. And, as I mentioned, they pay less for the forts. So forts that I transfer to them are cheaper for them to pay for than if I were to pay for them myself. So they're better defensiveness, they have better force limit, they have more manpower recovery, they basically are my mercs until I until I make the decision to integrate them. So they're very, very good. I've not used too many marches in the past, but I do like them quite a bit. So you need to get busy, buddy. I need you to fabricate on all the things. Fabricate on all this stuff, okay? First things first, we gotta make sure that he knows that I hate these people. I am hostile to Kildare. I am hostile to Scotland. I am hostile to England. I hate all of them. I want you to fabricate on them. Get to work. Same thing with you. You already have cores, so we don't really need to worry about you. But you... I did say that I want all this land, and he wants some of it. He should start fabricating some claims once he feels good. But the thing is, it says right in the description, and I don't know if I trust this thing, but if you read here, they refuse almost all diplomatic proposals from you. Your allies will consider this a sign you are willing to join wars against them, and your subjects will fabricate claims on their provinces. Fabricate on Milan. Go. Fabricate on Genoa. Fabricate on Castile. I hate all of them. I hate all of them. Just so you guys know. My minions. Go. Okay, let's see if sometime in the next 40 minutes we can actually get this idea out of the way. We're about to take Tech 15 military, which would be nice, even though we don't have any negative piety. I think you were hostile to everyone? Yeah, pretty much. Holland joined the Republic. It's fine. So now we're at peace. I generally like to let my war exhaustion get down to 0 before I find a new target. And then I like to look at my aggressive expansion and just kind of spread it out. So right now, Ajuran looks pretty appealing. No aggressive expansion down here. Finding a Native American down here we could attack. Does Bob have any claims? No. We still have a truce with Castile. That's going to be a huge war when that happens. Castile still has, like, no friends. It'd be a great time to attack Castile. When can I attack Castile? I can attack Kada in October. Well, we got to finish getting our claim on him. I already have it. Alright, the Maldives was the other guy I wanted to attack. You think there's any chance we could actually get to negative piety soon? My current ruler is 65. You lose 75% of your existing piety when you die, so I could go... If I die, I go down to 12.5. And then I could declare war on, like, Bengal, Maldives, Kada, and Ajuran. That would be 16, 16, 16. It's like 50... What's 16 times 3? 16 times 3 is 48, and then 33. For some reason, Bengal gives me more. It says it gives me more every time I've checked it. So 48 plus 33 minus the 12.5 I would be at. That's 60. I could be at negative 68.5 piety if we die. That'd actually kind of be a good thing if I were to die right now. Curious. Well, I mean, we're there. I think I'm going to take another fallback because I feel like releasing that vassal is good. And it's pre-war, so 15, 84, 08, 14. So, hey, Twitch, who should we attack? My vassals are both, I think, well, one of them is on tech 15, Bengal's on tech 13, Ming's on 14. So Taungu's pretty strong. He's got 13k troops. I got like 25 here and on 40 of my own. Bengal would be protected pretty well by a lot of people. Wasn't the negative 33 because of no CB? I don't think so, because I still have a CB. I have a CB from my vassal. It's not my CB. He's not in any other wars, but for some reason this one's negative 33. Bengal. A lot of people saying Bengal. That's kind of where I'm leaning. He would pull in Assam, Nepal, Malwa, Gujarat. They are all at peace at the moment. And what I've been trying to do is threaten this guy to just, like, you know, stop being friends with him. But every time I've asked him to, he's like, no, I don't want to. No casus belli, distance between borders. Same thing with Malwa. Neither of them will honor my great powerness. I have a truce with Portugal. Until November of 84. That's really soon. Wow. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, no, it's going to be Portugal for sure. Hey, dude, I'm attached to you. Why aren't we fighting this? Let's go. Alright, fine. You attach to me then, you little dingus. Are you seriously not going to take advantage of this army? I've given you a 3-3 leader to go fight this This is such an exercise in frustration. Do we have any mothballed forts? Oh god, we have to attack him. I mean, just look at this. It's ridiculous. Alright, if you don't fight this soon, Bobs... Okay, here's the thing. If I declare war, he'll attach to me, and then I can force him to fight it. But he's being an idiot. Makes me mad. Portugal is allied to... nobody. Portugal is...
Nepal and Assam has 100 dev, while Gujarat has only trade ideas, no mill ideas. The only true threat in that war would be Bengal, and even they are very mediocre.
Yeah, that is true, but you'll notice Malwa is actually on tech 14. He's actually, despite having almost no institutions stayed off... Look at this. This guy, Malwa, has no institutions, no Renaissance, colonialism, or printing press, and yet he's on tech 14. That's the same tech I'm on. This guy has had, like, nothing but pure military rulers or something, because he is up there on military ideas. And he's actually got better military ideas than Bengal does. So... I believe, last time I've checked, Assam typically has mothballed fort. Yep, right there. Bengal does not, though. And Nepal, I don't think even has any forts. He has just a capital fort. So he's easy to knock out. Assam's easy to knock out because we just park an army. Well, I don't know for sure that we'd get military access through Mongyang, but let's try sending, like, you know, just a couple real troops up that way. See if we can get it across. If we could snipe that mothballed fort, it'd be awesome. Yeah, they'll join the battle if I start it, but I don't want to be the one in the center. I don't want to tank it. I want them to tank it. Alright, I have no reason to be at peace. The only reason I should be at peace at all is if I'm worried about Bob's electoral votes and his war exhaustion. Irritatingly, I can enable scutage on my vassals if I'm really worried about their safety, but I can't do anything about my colonial nations. No matter what, your colonial nations seem to join you in every single war, no matter what. There is no scutage setting. I can't say, like, hey, buddy, you can sit this one out. So if I declare any wars at all, he's just going to continue to sit at 5 war exhaustion, which sucks. Really sucks for him, but I can't slow down just because of one colonial nation. So, we're going to grab 5 of these guys. I don't think Kada even has any army. He hasn't the last couple times I've attacked him. Kada. 0 troops. Yep, we don't even need to send a gosh darn... We'll send 1 infantry. We'll wait until we can sync up some of these wars. It'll take me like a month or 2 to get down there with that army. You only have... You guys... If you think 240 years is a short period of time, you have not done a world conquest. You just don't realize how significant late-game development efficiency gets after you have all of the right ideas to go along with it. It's insane how fast you can expand. Ridiculous. Are you not coring? Why are you not coring Sligo? I just gave it to you. Pay for it. Don't you dare train a troop there. Stop that. I really would have assumed that me attaching to him would have let him know that I'm going to help him out. Well, there's a few more interactions we have to do with our new subject. Desmond, I think, already has the Great Power Influence and the subsidies and the March status, but Catalonia needs improved relations, subsidies, and other stuff. So we're going to improve with him. I'm suffering attrition here. Fantastic. Ouch. Didn't realize it was going to be that high there. And we can take military tech 15. That's probably going to be a good idea. I think it's rather annoying that I got caught spying, but I don't think military is ever really going to be a big concern, and I'd rather just have the better units. I think we get a lot of pips with this next upgrade. We go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 to 8... plus 5, 13. We gain 3 extra pips in combat. That's pretty solid. Not to mention the massive land morale and massive tactics. So, I don't know though. It's possible that I could get negative piety. Everyone I'm about to attack are going to be... They are going to be people who lose me piety. But we're fine. We're fine on military. I'm just going to take it now. Just going to take it now. It's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it was really, really important in the beginning of the campaign and not nearly as much now. Okay. We have not done any of these yet. I can... Damn it! See, that's just stupid. The Islamic Center of Scholarly Learning. Like, okay, no, that's an example where a fallback point needs to get used. Oh, look, a squirrel! Like, I'm not gonna take an extra 30 military points on that. That's an extra general I could roll. Just because I failed to see the Islamic Center for Scholarly Learning. While having positive piety, it's still a reduction. That's dumb. Dumb, da da dumb, dumb. Yeah, if you do world conquest right, you need to use a lot of vassals. You need to spread out your, you need to balance. It's mostly about balance. You have to have enough military that you can win, but not so much military power that you have the ability to kill stuff you can't actually core. You need to be able to handle overextension. You need to be able to handle integration. You need to be able to spend Diplo and admin to integrate. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but yeah. So we just rolled back like a couple days so that we can take the Islamic Center for Scholarly Learning. We're gonna take that. Looks like our piety is gonna definitely be positive then. The question is, do we want to just take it even higher? I don't care about the missionary strength. The yearly prestige really makes no difference at all. National unrest is kind of useful. I think we just take these two. We'll come back from there. And Tlemcen has rivaled somebody. Kada has How cute! Kada just fabricated a claim on me. That's funny. Good job, Kada. That's a very bold move. We can actually take the tech right now. We know our truce is about to expire, so let's prepare that army now. It's going to send 1 plus 5. and the really bad leader. I don't think we can get there before the end of the month. Wait till the beginning of next month. I gotta remember, I rolled back a month, so I've still gotta go and improve relations with my vassal, the new March. So we'll go to September the 1st. Ugh, we're still suffering attrition even though we're here. Jesus, man. Why is the supply so trash here? I really thought it would be higher. Tropical, minus 30%. Ugh. Not cool at all. Alright. Tech now. New unit types. Improve relations with Catalonia. I did find one minor thing you can actually do to lower your opinion of another nation, and that is to ask for military access when you know they'll say no. If you do that, then you do lose -10 opinion that comes back at 1 per year. So if you're trying to, like, isolate your institutions, there is one small thing you can do, and that's it. Easiest world conquest is definitely Ottomans. They have amazing national ideas. They're probably the strongest in the entire game at the very beginning of the game. They start the game off with tons of available war targets via reconquest. Like, you don't have to wait at all, you just dive right into conquest. And then, as long as you go administrative ideas and influence and diplomatic, and you just get all the right ideas to be able to do stuff, you're golden. Alright, so we started improving with you last month. Next, we want to give you subsidies. So, till the end of the game, you get like 5 ducats a month. Congratulations, you're special. Just go quick check, confirm that that's working. Yep. I'm really not making much money anymore, but it's fine. There's our truce with Portugal. The Shadow Diplomat exploit does not seem to work anymore when it comes to being able to declare multiple wars at the same time. Hey, look, see, he's finally going over to here, but he's not going to go over there. Damn it, you idiot. Dumb little vassal. Fine, I'm going to unsiege your islands then. He's not even taking care of that yet. He's got province over there. Bob's Hemp Farm. You know what? On the off chance that I actually get some admin, I'm gonna just say I'd rather have 3.3 admin right now. Admin? Dip. Damn. Dip is the exact opposite of what I wanted. That's just gonna get soaked up by Uichi. Damn it. Silly game. Okay, you're gonna go to here, and you are going to auto fleet transport. Take the largest navy and say you're not auto fleet. We'll take the... Alright, I can't tell which one he's going into, but hopefully this will work. You're gonna auto fleet transport over to here. Wait, is that... Maybe he did unoccupy it. Looks like he did. Never mind, it solves my problem. So it looks like we're declaring war, like, right now. I'm gonna be really upset if he turns his fort on. I don't think he will. He did not. Portuguese, Mexico, Caribus. There we go. Okay, let's declare war. We're gonna declare war on you. It's glorious in the eyes of God. Yes, of course it is. Obviously. Declare war on you, and we'll just find somebody over here to pick on. Hey, Ayutthaya, give me some military access, bro. Oops, accidentally declared a war. Oh, it is still occupied? Did I miss it? Darn it. Let's see. 15, 84, 11, 1. Alright, I'll go look again. Thank you. If I missed it, there's that one. We're already... I sent one troop that way, and that looked to me like it was occupied. Ah! See, there are no dashed lines, but yes, we do need to go over there. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's try. Yeah, the 8th Fleet. Whichever one that is, I don't know. Oh, I thought I said no. So 7th Fleet. Apparently he's using the 3rd Fleet for... That's fine, whatever. Alright, so we've declared our war. We're going to just immediately get started with this over here. Well, let's make sure we don't give up on that fort. We'll put a 2-1 in charge. Vassal Rebellion look okay. Everything looks fine. Now, Bob the Wall Builder has a surprisingly good army. He's got 20k, so he's going to be totally capable of handling this on his own anyway. Okay, and then we will leave behind 1 troop. I expect you to attach to me now. I'm going to tell Bob's Hemp Farm. See how I reloaded and it's now out of order again? Sort by gosh darn type. I want the marches and vassals at the top, please. Bob's Hemp Farm, you are to be supportive. Attach to me. No, come back here. Stay here. Thank you. We're gonna go take care of your rebels, you little idiot. I swear, he's the dumbest vassal. Of all of my vassals, he's the dumbest. He's not a very smart vassal. That has a lot of sail speed needed to blockade it. I don't think I can blockade that. I do think I'm going to want more transports over here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, plus 7. I trained 10. Let's train another 10, but this time not train them over there, because that's dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, we declared at the very beginning of this month, we do want to continue to spy on Brittany. Very, very, very soon we're going to get this idea. September of 85, the game says. This bastard actually has, it's like, some ships and stuff. Darn it. I was trying to take care of the guy. I got troops on board, man. Leave my ships alone. Look at that, Krybus actually landed troops over here. What a crazy little bastard. Oh, I did not expect that. Truce with England has now expired. God, there's so many people. So many people I need to murder. England, die. Attack. Declare war. Go. Oh, it still thinks I have a truce. I think Castile and all the other stuff needs to happen first. Getting a war going with Kada just seems like a very easy thing to do right now. Let's just do that, and auto fleet transport you guys over there. States demand control of territory. We've taken that province. Now here's where, again, I don't want to pay for this. Well, I don't mind paying for it, but it's part of Bob's area, so Bob the wall builder, you get to pay for your walls. Okay? Seems reasonable to me. Come here. We're gonna go take care of that problem over there. This ship is gonna need to go ahead and retreat, I think. Please don't die. Oh, nope, it died. There goes my unit. Great. I should have known. I should have known that they actually have some naval power. You're right. That means I lost a ship as well, so let's train one more. I'd like to have 20 over here on this side of the land mass. 8 troops versus our... Shitatsu rolled a 0. What? That's not acceptable, Shitatsu. You're a 3-3, man. Do a better job. Thank you. Back-to-back 8s. We'll take that. And then another 0. Cheers to the English Columbia is up. Oh god. I need to attack all the things. He's retreating to Baracoa, which must be here. That is a siege leader with two cannons, a non-blockaded fort. I can't blockade the fort because it's 25 development, surprisingly. We just declared this war. It's now January. I think I can declare war again. In 10 days, I'll have a colony adjacent to France, so I could attack France. There's so many people to attack! If I were to attack France, Scotland would say no, probably. I don't really want to take land from Scotland until we get some claims. If I were to attack England, Genoa honors the call. Bohemia, Sweden. What if I attack the actual Columbia? Yeah, he's got some defenders right now. I think we would want to use, like, the Ottomans against the French.
After fighting wars across the world, I really wish you could assign a group of transports to a sea region and make armies just go under eye and kill colonies.
Yeah, like having a colonial nation actually be able to, like, do stuff and invade places and things. It'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? January the 20th. How come you're able to get there so fast? That can't be right. How are you able to get there in just 10 days? And yet this guy takes well into February. That's kind of weird. Where's First Army? First Army is invading. I need him there. Chitatsu, nice, yeah. Good luck, Portuguese Mexico. That would be Bob the Wall Builder. He knows what he's doing, man. He's a smart man. He's decent. So really, I could just take Shitatsu over to here. If this actually does reveal the territory in just 10 days, this army should speed up. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Maybe because it was controlled by rebels, it somehow redid the math? Not only did he get there way faster than he should have been able to, but then he also got there fast enough to actually stack wipe by himself. Awesome! And now if I right click, we show up way faster. Weird. Weird, man. Let's take the leader off. It's time to start getting ready to move this navy over, I think. Let's just dock up. March you guys over to here. Bring this navy over to Jamaica. Oh, this is gonna be glorious war. Glory for glory. I have 10 minutes. I have to play fast enough that we actually get this idea group. It has to happen. That's all I want. I have to have it. I must have it. French La Plata. There's our colony. Shall we do it? Shall we just take an alliance with the Ottomans, declare war on the Papal State, co-belligerent Naples, so that France defends, and then we end up fighting France, and then we can take a separate peace with France, take all of his colonial crap for 0 dip, because it's always 0 dip, because it's, well, actually it's not true. I would have to have, damn, I would have to have a colony, a colonial nation in La Plata for it to be 0 dip. Rats. What about Castile? Can we attack him? No. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. This isn't even going to build up Colonial La Plata. If I... No, I'd have to colonize. I'd have to colonize like 5 provinces down here, and then I could do that. Name that army... Name that troop Bob's son? That army that did a good job? He did do a good job. No, I didn't want to improve relations with Castile. Damn it. Well, I do want a new mission, so I guess that's fine. Apparently he's happy with me for having declared on somebody or something. I don't want to improve with Castile anymore. Or with England. That would be Russia. Over here. Suffering 5% attrition in the province of Nice. My truce is up with you in December of 86, so we still have like a year to go. Looks like that war went a lot longer than the other. Why are you attached to that army? Get over here. We need to get over here before we actually... I might actually want to wait till we have more transports, come to think of it. Yeah, I really don't have much of an ability here. Okay, Caribus has no army, so even though he's got a better navy, I'm gonna just try to cross. Let's just, you know, cross our fingers, see what happens. We've occupied that. It looks funny. Portugal's not low enough on war score that I can actually, like, get extra colonial nations by just full annexing him. It's not really something that I plan on doing in this campaign anyway. I just want a few powerful vassals. I don't want to have to deal with microing 50 colonial nations. Okay, So these Diplo points are just getting soaked up by Uichi for no reason at all. Admin points would have been much better. 360... Didn't I say that I wanted to take over? Yeah, I was letting the plutocrats, like, come down on the disaster, but I want the minister. Master of Mint. I want this guy. Yes, I want him because I want the points faster. I also want the level 3 half price. We're gonna take him. I want to demand some of their money if I can. There's an actual army down here? What? Portugal is exploring. He's trying to go around the world right now. That's why he's down there. If I give the burghers any more land, then they're going to be upset. I can't really ask for a contribution yet, even though it's 1,500 ducats, and that would be swell. Just gotta wait a bit. We're not really on track to unlock much else as far as technology goes. We're behind on Diplo points. We've got no admin points because that's going to an idea. And yeah, he's going to come and try to kill my navy. We gotta hopefully get out of there in time. Yep. Stupid little Caribus. Your ships. Your stupid ships. Kada wants to give me money. Haha, very funny. No. Looks like Tangu has decided to bring some extra cannons over here, so we'll let him suffer the attrition for us then. In fact, Uichi's now showing up as well. My vassals are very good at, they like moving around. They go all over the place. They're all about it. I probably should have known that they would take care of that war. I just wanted to ensure that we didn't spend a huge amount of time involved with that. Okay, so Maldives almost have enough. We're still spying on Brittany. Still want to get up to 100. Colonies. I only have 3. That's fine. We are losing money for the moment, which is actually good, because we're basically right at where we should be. This army doesn't really need to worry about that. That might just be a colony. We're up here as well. How's Bob's Electoral College, or Bob's Electoral Votes doing? Bob's Electoral has absolutely no army whatsoever. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. We'll hire 2 mercs and we'll take care of it ourselves. What's up with Bob's Electoral, man? I mean, why am I not subsidizing Bob's Electoral? What the hell happened? How did that even happen? Dude, I'm sorry, man. Here's some money. Here, dude. I mean, everyone... He's like, where's mine, Daddy? How come I don't get money, too? I feel so left out. It's not fair. And you're right, Bob. Bob's Electoral Votes. You are right. It isn't fair. But then again, life's not fair, so... Why are you not just conquering the colonizing nation? I just mentioned that. It's because Portugal has 210% war score, and I don't really want to take that much aggressive expansion in Europe yet. I'd rather just shut their income down by conquering all of the colonial nations really easily. Colonize Catapult. Yeah, it's a great mission. I want to finish my capital state anyway. Only takes us 11 days to get there. It's our back door. Ooh, look at this. Rebels. Brazilian peasants. So we're kind of waiting on transports a little bit. I don't know what Bob the Wall Builder's doing with those ships. That is that war done. And here's the little trick here. He only has a colony. It takes him forever to grow these things, but if I full annex him, I get a province that was a colony for 0 dip, which means that it doesn't cost any overextension. I can just sit on it and not core it.
Arumba, didn't you have to go about now?
I do. I've got to go. Like within the next 5 minutes, I have to wrap it up. So yes. I was just really hoping to get this next idea, and we're so close. I only need like 3 months, right? 12 points per month. Next month I'm at. This is math. 2 months. 2 months. We're gonna play 2 months. Then we're done. So we have our transports. I don't think we have the ability to move over there. Bob the Wall Builder is marching around with his whole army. Bob's Coffee is just doing a little bit, not much. This siege has taken entirely too long. Can you believe how long it took? It's crazy. Alright. A 24 stack down here, ready to fight Castile. We need to hang out in a location where we have good supply, though. In fact, I think we'll split the army in half just so we can siege stuff down quicker. Where is Castile, your capital? Down there now? Okay. I'm going to take half the infantry. We'll take 5 infantry up to like there. And then the 19 stack can go down to here. But don't try to path through his land, because that's not going to work. You don't have military access, you stupid game. Man, my son, I can hear him right now. He is screaming so loud that I can hear him through not only the wall to my office, but the garage door wall. The crazy, thick, heavy wall. I can hear him. He is like screaming something fierce right now. So now we have that policy. This is a big point here. I should have taken a save before taking the idea, but I didn't, because I've got to wrap the stream up. Let's see, 15, 85, 08, 02. Took last idea. Now's the cool part where we can just say, boy, wouldn't it be nice if Uichi wasn't a vassal? We're going to take the Diplomatic Annexation Act. We're going to turn it on. 109%. And Japan, 113%. They're both over. Well. Actually, hold on. That's horrible. Why are they both over? The spreadsheet didn't say they'd both be over, did it? Did I just, like, totally mess up? Effective cost for Japan is 963. How many points did I sink into the guy? Damn! 1,100? Yeah, I wasted 92? Was 38? I should have started integrating somebody else or something. So those points were going somewhere useful. Oh well, let's just say it's fine. Let's go 1 more month and see what it looks like. And then if I have to roll back to maybe not make somebody a march or something and like just spend those Diplo points elsewhere somehow, I might do that. Alright, so we're just gonna go 1 more month and we should just see, boom, it's all mine. Ryukyu and Japan. We need to make this all into states. And we should have plenty of state slots because we just finished an idea group that gives state slots. So, state. 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 Definitely a state. There's a gold mine in there. State. And then I gotta look through because I've got some states that are just like little trash ones. I had created like a state. I don't remember. I took little provinces here and there and I made them into states, like colonies and stuff. But I'll have to look through the ledger to find them. So anyway, I think I can time that better. But we're right on track. 15 years from now, and now all of the Nippon node. Alright, we're gonna fast. We're just gonna go fast. I'm not gonna keep this save. I think I'm gonna have to roll back a little bit no matter what. But next month, trade at 1%? Nope. 10 ducats out of Nippon. And so now, our trade income is going to, well, apparently we're losing tons of money because we're way over the force limit right now. And I accidentally have 4 colonies. Okay, we probably shouldn't do that either. But all of the trade money from Mexico is now going to come into here, and most importantly, the trade nodes, total value. Malacca absolutely kicks the crap out of Genoa. Like, we're definitely going to spawn the next institution. So, all right, cool. So anyway, that's the rough game plan for this little bit here. I'll have to wrap the stream up though, and I'm probably going to stream some more tomorrow. Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking we're going to have to do that. So, cool. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you in the next bit. I'll see you soon.